Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. It is still very hot, very, very humid. We're in the midst of a heat wave. This is like day 4 of temperatures in the high 80s, low 90s, humid, whatever. So, very hot here in the Catskills. So, yesterday, or was it the day before? No, yesterday, I did a video called The Arbitrariness of YouTube's Community Guidelines and Lack of Explanation. A couple of my videos were flagged. I did a video on Rickson Gracie. Rickson was on Joe Rogan a couple of days ago. An absolute legend, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, guy who's absolutely legend. One of the most important persons in martial arts, part of that Gracie family. The best of the Gracies, in my opinion. And not just my opinion, pretty much everyone thinks that. So, for whatever reason, my video was flagged and they took it down and they said something crazy, like something about self-harm and suicidal ideations. It had nothing to do with it. It was just an absolute mistake. And I wrote in, I know it's just an algorithm. In my video, I talked about it. And they finally got back to me and they go, oh yeah, we fucked up. It says, I don't even know if a real person looked at this, but it says, we wanted to let you know that our team has reviewed your content, and now we don't think it's in line with our self-harm policy, okay? So what they did mark it as age restricted means, because I guess I curse. And there was another one where they just reinstated, let's see here, this is another one. We wanted to let you know that our team has reviewed your content. Oh no, that's the same one I read before. Let's see this one. Okay. We wanted to let you know that our team has reviewed your content. We don't think it's in line with self-harm policy. And then look at this one. We've reviewed your appeal for the following content: Rickson Gracie on Joe Rogan. And after taking another look, we can confirm that your content does not violate our self-harm policy. So it's really crazy and frustrating. I spent a lot of time writing to them, appealing, emailing, and I don't know if a real person looks at this. Really, really frustrating. Then I got a couple of emails about this was crazy, and I think that they had taken this down, but it had something about suicide or self-harm, like you're not alone. Like, what is going on? Like, what is this garbage? It's very frightening because, and by the way, there was a no reply. I responded. I spent all this time writing back, and then it was just taken down. I don't know if this was just some sort of, it's just very, very weird. And now I can't even find, oh, here it is. We're reaching out. Well, here it is. Look at this. We're reaching out because members of the YouTube community, including fellow creators, viewers, or staff, are worried about your safety or well-being after coming across content you posted with references to or actual suicide or self-harm behavior. What the fuck? It's simply not true. I don't know where they're getting this stuff. So is this a Russian bot or someone who doesn't like me is fucking around with me? And all these suicide prevention hotlines, I don't know, it's frustrating and it's kind of terrifying. I had this long conversation with my wife, like, who do you think could have done this? Did someone who doesn't like me, like, all right, I don't want to talk about it. Very, very frustrating, and it really sucks. Shitty part of this, doing this channel. Anyway, I want to talk about Andrew Schulz on Joe Rogan. One of the best podcasts I've heard in a long time, especially with the comedians. Andrew Schulz, in my opinion, is one of the most brilliant comics today. Right up there with, who's really, really hot too? Tim Dillon's hot, Bill Burr, of course. I like Greg Fitzsimmons, a bunch of them. They're all on Joe Rogan. But check this out. Little taste here.
Limbs.
Okay.
That's really good for jiu-jitsu. If you see like some of the greatest of all time, like Roger Gracie, he's got these really long arms, and yeah, there's a lot of guys like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Andrew Schulz is talking about getting into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and he really enjoyed it. He's a boxing guy anyway, and he said he didn't realize that Jiu-Jitsu was so hard. It's kind of silly. But let me play a little bit more here.
Same build, long limbs.
I'll be honest, I thought it would be easier. Because I've never tried to choke somebody.
This is crazy.
So then when you let me, do it, I'm like, all right, I got this easy. And then I was going to, take it easy on you. I wasn't, going to really get you out of there. And I was shocked how I couldn't get under your chin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shocked me.
Why is that shocking?
I don't know. I figure your chin is
Okay,
here.
good.
I just get.
So they got into everything. I might timestamp this one. I enjoyed it so much, over 3 hours. It's gonna take up a lot of my time. 3 hours and 10 minutes. But they got into. By the way, he brought up Omni Park, that North Korean woman, and he thought the same thing. I did a couple of videos on Yamni Park, and some people criticized me because I questioned some of her stories. And then I talked about this woman who was starving who had large breasts. And I mean, that's kind of a low blow, but it was very obvious. She's a tiny little 70-pound thing, and she had bigger breasts. And by the way, I didn't make a big deal out of it. Like, this is a free country. She's here. If it makes you happy, go for it. But the comments and the criticism was incredible. Like, how dare you? And yet, they were both talking about it. He's like, hey, how about that chest, Joe? And then I think he said, I'm going to get my girlfriend, his fiance, whatever. Andrew Schulz is getting married soon. But I'm going to get her to eat some rats so she could get a rack like that. Ha ha, joke. All right. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to end this here, and I will probably do a timestamp with Andrew Schulz, and I'll get into more detail. Really terrific. They got into comedy today, PC, Joe Biden, a lot of boxing. They brought up Gerald McClellan, Gerald McClellan, the boxer who suffered from brain damage. Horrible story. To this day, he's blind, can't really hear. Horrible story. All right. More to come. Check it out. Andrew Schulz on Joe Rogan, and YouTube is just fucking crazy. Sorry for the cursing. By the way, I thought it was my shirt. So I'm not even going to show you this. I have a shirt from Virginia, and it's not really a Confederate flag, but it's the Virginia state flag. So I guess I thought they were flagging me for that, because you can't wear, obviously today you can't display anything like that, Confederate flag. Okay, a little over 7 minutes. Have a great day, everyone. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here, Tabor Talk, here in the Catskills.